Hello! So today I'm going to show you how to do some high plank jumping jacks. The first thing I want to comment on, even though I know most of you have heard me go on and on and on about it, is to make sure that you've got your posterior pelvic tilt when you're doing your plank position. So I'm just going to demonstrate that quickly in case you haven't seen the previous videos. When you're, lift this up just a tiny bit to show you guys. So when you're in your high plank position, we want to make sure that I'm tucked in here. So my pelvis is tucked in, my tailbone is under. So I'm not letting this kind of thing happen. Very exaggerated, obviously. I am tucking everything in. It doesn't matter so much if I'm curving my upper back over here. I mean, it's not as elegant, but it's not really a problem. So if you want to flatten it out, that's fine, as long as you're able to maintain that tilt down here. So I would always start, to be honest, with sort of find a position you don't want, you know that that's wrong, lift it up, tuck everything, squeeze your bum, and then sink down to have a nice strong plank. And over here, I am already shaking loads, all right? So that's your starting position for your jumping jack. So make sure you've got that all good before you even begin. So jumping jacks, as the name is very obvious, I guess, is jump out, jump in, jump out, jump in, jump out, jump in, and go a little bit faster. Now, there are not that many things that are really important for this one, but the one most important thing is that you don't want your hips sort of, your hips will go up and down, they will do because you're bending your knees as you land, but what you don't want is to be losing that tilt every time and bouncing from your lower back. So I'm going to show you what I mean that I don't want you to do, because that's just going to disengage your core and might hurt your lower back. So what we want to avoid at all costs is, so here I'm not in that pelvic tilt, and I'm not in it here either. My core is still working actually, but it's given up a little bit and it's delegated some to my lower back, and over time that's going to make my lower back ache. So really want to make sure that when you're doing it, you are every time squeeze that bum, stop the descent through your core and not through this. You're here. So my hips are going up and down. Of course they are, because I'm jumping up and coming down on bent knees, but I'm not losing that pelvic tilt position. So that is basically the only thing I want you to think about when you're doing these jumping jacks. Think about control. Better to be controlled than going fast. There's no point in sort of going like kind of thing. I'd rather you take your time, find that position properly, and then if you can, speed it up, but keeping that tilt engaged. All right, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the plank jumping jacks.